In your transmittal letter for the Vulnerable Child Protection Act, which was the piece of legislation that banned gender-affirming surgeries and hormone treatments for minors, you said, as policymakers, we should take great caution when we're asking the government to interfere in these healthcare decisions. We already knew these gender confirmation surgeries for children weren't happening in Idaho, and most people agreed that that was a fine part of the legislation. But there were already teens in Idaho who were receiving the hormone therapies, who were concerned about the continuation of their treatment and a sudden stop to that treatment. What would you say to those families?
Well, I want to be understanding if they're getting that therapy, not for gender transformation, but they're getting that therapy for a different reason, they can continue to get those. So it's a narrow group of kids that is not very well defined. There's the number of children that we're talking about. I think this is going to play out in a larger scale. There's about 20 states that have this right now, and I know there's going to be more. Probably a year from now, after the federal courts have played in, we're going to know more. But that's to me, what we do in behavioral health to help these kids when they're young, either through their faith-based groups, through social services, and particularly through schools, I think is going to make a big difference, because we see so many challenges that kids today have that are different than kids even 10 years ago, that we really need to concentrate on what we do in the mental health side to help these kids, given the challenges that they have today in modern society.
You said it's a narrow group of teenagers who are currently receiving this, transgender minors who are receiving this treatment, but they are still here, and they are in Idaho, and they are receiving the treatment. You believe they should have to stop that treatment?
Yes.